Hey there everyone! Today I want to talk to you about the latest addition to my Louis Vuitton family. It is this beautiful limited edition agenda. So if you want to take a look inside and hear my thoughts on it, then let's get started. As I mentioned, this is my latest addition to my Louis Vuitton collection. I bought it over the holidays and I actually purchased it on Poshmark. If you guys don't know what Poshmark is, I highly suggest that you go to my website, domesticatedme.com. I have tons of posts on Poshmark and why I love it so much. So as I mentioned, I purchased this on Poshmark and I got it for a really great deal. If you're not familiar with this pattern, this is a limited edition collection that came out several years ago. It is their Cerises or cherry collection. As you can see, it has, it's the regular monogram, but it has these adorable cherry prints on it, and they have cute little faces on them, and I just love this collection. And I actually never purchased any item from that collection, so it still kind of lingered in my mind how cute I thought this collection was, and so when I saw it on Poshmark, I just had to have it. So let's take a look inside. Same dimensions as the regular PM agenda, same buttons and snap closure, but the great thing about this, and I'm just going to remove my pen, I use a Sharpie for my agendas. I love these to write in. This has a very small slot for a pen that you can buy from Louis Vuitton, you can buy from Tiffany's, you can buy from several companies. It doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton, but it's small, so I can't fit this through there. I just stick it in and then snap it closed, and it'll usually just stay. Okay, let's take a look inside. Without further ado, let me open this beautiful baby up. And as you can see, it has this beautiful cherry red interior. It has 3 card slots right here. Here it says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in Spain, and in the back it has a little place where you can insert some cards, some credit cards, whatever you want. It's a little folder, a little pocket in here. And here is where it holds the pen. I purchased this over the holidays, so I got the 2015 refill. I didn't want to get the whole thing. I don't need contacts. I keep my contacts on my cell phone. I don't need restaurant reviews, all that cute little things that come in the full agenda refill, but I just didn't need them. I really don't have any use for them. I don't use them, so I just got the week on 2 days agenda refills. So let's take a look at that. That is what the cover looks like. Now, I was very torn about the refills. If you love Louis Vuitton and you are one of those people that would buy the refills every year, then fine. That is not me. I will tend to buy refills only when I really like the collection, and I'm not the biggest fan of this collection, and I'll tell you why. It has really beautiful illustrations on it. Every month has a little story. Louis Vuitton, as you may already know, started by making luggages. So they are all about travel. They're all about journeys and voyages, and so I do enjoy the illustrations. I'm trying to find one for you. These watercolor illustrations, and every month is a different city. So you'll see New York, you'll see London, and they're nice. And they have, everyone comes with an illustration. At the beginning of the month, it's an illustration and then a story that goes along with it. And what is beautiful, let's see, what is this? This is for New York. I just happened to fall right in my city, New York, and then that's the illustration for New York. You see this beautiful cityscape in watercolors, and then there's a little story there. The beautiful thing that I really like about this is that the edges are gold color. I think it's a really beautiful detail. But one thing I did not like about this refill or this year's collection is this little bookmark. It's a watercolored butterfly. I am not the biggest fan of butterflies. When I see butterflies, it makes me think of the 90s, growing up as a child, going to school and having those little flappy butterfly things in your hair, which were all the rage when I was, in 6th or 5th grade. that's what it makes me think of. I'm an adult now. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I work. This, not so much. And if you're a man, I mean, I can only imagine seeing someone, you know, some CEO somewhere with his Louis Vuitton agenda. He opens it up and this is what he has to pull out to get to the day. Not a fan. But again, I bought it only because I bought it over the holidays. I got it into my hands in January, and agenda refills were sold out everywhere that I could go. I love Kate Spade. Kate Spade has some really great calendars every year and agenda refills, and so the first time that I purchased a Louis, and this was the agenda that I used. If you want to see a review of this, I have a really detailed review on my YouTube channel and blog, domesticatingme.com. You can also just look through my videos and you'll see it. I'll link it below. I'll link everything below so that you know where I got everything. And let me just put these side by side so that you can compare. But when I first got this, I got it towards the end of the year, so I didn't want to spend the money to buy a Louis Vuitton refill and only use it for a few months. So I bought a Kate Spade, and I actually love Kate Spade, and I've continued to use Kate Spade. As you can see here, these are my these are Kate Spade to-do lists. I love these. And then in the back, I have her notes and doodles pages. I think they're really great. If you're someone who likes to jot things down, take notes, I really recommend buying Kate Spade these notes, extra pages, and you can buy them separately. But yes, this was my old agenda, and if you do recall, or if you do see my previous video on this agenda, I say that this is the perfect size, and it was for me. I love this size. I like to write down a lot, and if you can see, you have plenty of space to really get in there and fill this out. This is much smaller. You're not going to fit as much things as you would on that. As you can see, these are the days. You can't fit quite as much. But my lifestyle has changed since doing this review. I was working from home a lot, and so this was perfect to carry around whenever I needed it to. But now, for work, I travel constantly. I'm always running around the city. I'm taking the subway everywhere, or I'm always traveling for work. So carrying this around in my bag constantly, and I carry a lot of things on in my bag, so it just became a little too heavy for me, too cumbersome. So that's why I decided to get a Louis Vuitton PM agenda rather than stick to the MM, which is a perfect size, and if my lifestyle had not changed as drastically as it has since I started working, I would continue to use the size. I really do think that this is the perfect size for an agenda. But again, because I'm always traveling, everything that I leave my apartment with, I have to carry with to the end of the day till I come home. So this is just a better size for me now. So yes, I was not thrilled with this refill, but I couldn't find Kate Spade anywhere, and I'm not a Hello Kitty person, so, I mean, I work in a very professional environment. I work with politicians, I work in government, so for me to open up an agenda and then have this pink Hello Kitty everywhere would not fit my lifestyle. It may fit yours. So I encourage you to do your research to find the perfect refill for you. I don't think that you have to have a Louis Vuitton every year. They are expensive, and if you want to know the price, I'll link to what this refill costs, so you can see that below. But again, the watercolor pages are quite nice. I like that. I just wish if this had been different, then I would have had no problem repurchasing a Louis Vuitton refill. I just wish this were different. If this were a watercolor trunk, I would have died. I would have died for it, and I would have loved every bit of it. But this, I don't like. I'm probably just going to use my old charm, and let me just show you that. This is the old bookmark from last year's agenda, which is beautiful, a beautiful Louis Vuitton trunk. This I love, and I will probably just stick this in here and use that instead of the butterfly, because I'm not a fan of butterflies. Now let's compare the two agendas. This is the PM size and this is the MM size. As you can see, there is quite a bit of difference in the size, but they are modeled very similarly. They both have the snap closures, and they both have the card slots on the front page, on the front flap. This has space for 3 cards, and it has a pocket right here. This one has 6 card slots, and then this larger pocket right here in the bottom. They both have the little pen holder here. And this one has this kind of a flap so that you can fit cards, receipts, whatever you like back here. The back of this one has just this single pocket. And in here, if you're wondering, this is the map of the world. This came with my 2015 refill. So I just stick this back here. This has 6 rings, but they're all equally spaced. This one has 6 rings, but you have 2 sets of 3. And that's pretty much the only differences that they have. They are the same canvas. Of course, this is a limited edition, so it has the cherries on it. This is just a regular monogram canvas. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you check the info section below where I'll link to posts that has close-ups of this agenda and the refills, and I'll also link to my post with close-up photos of this agenda and my video review of this agenda. I'll also link to all of my social media pages. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed and make sure that you give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment on what you liked about this video or any questions that you may have. You can also make any requests of what you'd like to see me film in the future. Thank you again for watching and stay tuned.